Ich bin's wieder, Kate, so neue Haram, hier mit meinem Let's Play von Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor Path. Und wir haben Episode 2 gestartet und der Mörder von der letzten Episode, Horace Knightley, wurde im Gefängnis umgebracht. Und jetzt, jetzt ist da wieder eine unbekannte Person, der gesprochen hat. Jetzt will ich mal wissen, wer das ist. Sorry to barge in like that. Is this the crime scene? Oh, der grinst ja nett. You're... Huh. You. Aren't you? That piercing gaze. That furrowed brow. It has been a long time, Mr. Shields. Yes, that frilly thing around your neck and that stiff greeting. There's no doubt about it. Prosecutor Manfred von Kalmer. Fancy meeting you here. Was? Ich bin doch nicht Manfred! What are you saying, pal? Mr. Edgeworth's not that old man! Detective. It's fine. Oh, it's you, Prosecutor Edgeworth! I thought you looked a bit young. You two are so similar. Looks like your Uncle Ray got you two mixed up again. You never change. How many years has it been since we last saw each other? I've already forgotten. Your Uncle Ray has been overseas these past few years. But you know, there's something I still haven't forgotten. About you. And your betrayal. I'm getting some bad vibes over here. Do you know this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Allow me to introduce him to you. Raymond Shields, attorney at law. Ace Attorney Ray Shields at your service. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Okay. Also, ja. Also ich habe den schon auf dem Cover von dem Spiel gesehen. Und ja. Ich schätze, das wird mit ihm nochmal lustig. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
Hey Faraday! Nice to meet ya! I'm a great thief! But I'm currently unhateous.
Great thief? Oh, well, that sounds romantic. How wonderful.
Oh, Mr. Shields, you get it, right? I'm currently recruiting new members. The registration forms are easy to fill out.
That's splendid. Uncle Ray would love to join your little gang.
I'm sorry, but we're only accepting bright, cheerfully, and energetic girls.
I see. That's too bad. Well, how about a hug then? As a sign of affection. Oh, das ist ja niedlich. Der bietet jedem eine Umarmung. Oh, ist das ein Kuschelbedürftiger oder was?
No.
I guess not. This isn't Europe after all. Mr. Shields, what are you doing here? Oops, that's right. Sorry. Preventing the attorney from investigating the crime scene is a fun karma way, isn't it? Hey! You've been going on about von Karma this and von Karma that! What's your problem, pal? Hold it. Detective, restrain yourself. This can't be helped. Mr. Shields, are you the defense attorney of Horace Knightley? That's right. Or should I say, I was his defense attorney. Mr. Shields is the defense attorney. If Knightley had not been murdered, I would have been going up against him in court. Ah, der wäre also unser Gegenspieler gewesen vor Gericht. Naja, lässt sich nicht ändern. Na, jetzt ist er ja schließlich tot. I should listen to what he has to say. Gut, dann lass mal reden. Since you received a request to represent the victim, that must mean... Yes, your Uncle Ray was supposed to meet with Knightley Boy. As was I. I had planned to meet with him, but then we heard the report of the dead body. I even brought him a California roll. Mr. Shields, you can't bring food into the detention center. Oh, is that right? Well then, would you like it? No thanks. Still, to think that Prosecutor Edgeworth actually meets with the defendants. All defendants are guilty. Wasn't that the Von Karma way? That is a thing of the past. Is that right? So, you're sure you don't want it? I told you I don't want it! Wie kommt er aber jetzt eigentlich die ganze Zeit mit Von Karma? Did you meet with Knightley? We met yesterday. They called me over as soon as Knightley Boy was arrested. He was being quite hostile. Oh yeah, he mentioned you. He talked about how you interfered with his plans. He probably said some nasty things about me. Even if he hates me, I'm fine with it. Man, the two of us had a great time talking about you. Mr. Shields, you also talked about me? I frequent the visitor's room here quite often. It's been a while since I had such a good time.
So you're regular at this prison?
Hey now, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not here as an inmate. I'm here to visit an old acquaintance of mine. We usually meet in the visitor's room, but I've also been here before. Then, I should ask him about this room. Good idea! This room was where the body was found. Do you know anything about it? Ah, this room, huh? Here's a pop quiz for our prodigy prosecutor. Which of these three is the name of this room? Oh Gott, ich hasse sowas. Lecture room? Ach Gott, ich weiß jetzt gerade nicht, was Morg heißt. Lecture room? The lecture room? So they tied up Knightley Boy and lectured him to death? As expected of Prosecutor Edgeworth, you're sure I have an eye for the details. Well, let's reveal the correct answer. Prosecutor Edgeworth's answer is... wrong! The correct answer is the workroom. Das ist keins von denen jetzt gewesen! Och Mann! Du Sack! All three choices were wrong. I hate it when he does that. The inmates carry out various kinds of prison labor in here. It also serves as a rehab program, allowing them to receive job training in prison. So, how do they monitor this room? Who is in charge of the keys to the entrance? Prosecutor Edgeworth! Even your Uncle Ray doesn't have all the answers. Hey, could you tell us? Yes, sir. This room doesn't use any locks and keys. Instead of locks, the doors are equipped with sensors. What do you mean by that? All of the prison inmates are wearing electronic bracelets. When a bracelet passes through the door, it activates the sensor and... an alarm will sound. Na, wenigstens ist das nicht so eine Sache wie bei Deadman Wonderland. Dann werden jetzt wahrscheinlich alle tot, die Ärger machen. After a certain amount of time has passed, the bracelet will emit a painful shock. If the bracelets are tampered with, it will emit an electric shock 3 times more powerful.
Ew, that's terrifying!
Na, wenigstens sterben die nicht. Ja. It's to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, although it seems a bit harsh. That's why whenever an inmate goes through a door, a guard has to accompany them to deactivate the sensor first. And that's that. Did any of the inmates use this workroom today? In the past few days, no one has used this room, I'm sure of it. So not one inmate has entered this room today. Oh Mann. Entschuldigung. Ach Mann, ich bin so müde heute. If that's the case, it raises a contradiction with the crime scene. There's something in this crime scene that should not exist. I will use my powers of deduction and inspect the crime scene again. Okay, wenn das der Fall ist, mal eben kurz rüber. So. Lass mal nochmal den sonst Dings gucken. Left behind the crime scene. Prison Labor. Und wenn das der Fall ist, dann hier dieser pinke Handschuh zusammen mit dem Sensor. The inmates cannot freely enter this room, as they are wearing bracelets and set off the sensors. According to the guard, it seems that no inmates were scheduled to enter this room today. However, a rubber glove used by the inmates was left in here. That is a direct contradiction. Then who left this rubber glove in here, sir? I don't know. Yet. However, it seems that this rubber glove is connected to our case. Ach, schon fertig. Schön. Guard, aside from the inmates and prison guards, does anyone else have access to this room? Well, this is a prison facility after all. Only inmates and prison guards come here. Mr. Shields? What are you saying? There are others that come in here. Aside from inmates and prison guards, there are certain things that can enter this room. Are you talking about them? But they're... Mr. Shields, what are these things that you speak of? It should be obvious. You came all the way here without seeing one, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Usually, you can find them walking around the prison facility. Well, you see once you leave this room, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Hey! You're just saying that to get Mr. Edgeworth to leave, pal! What now? Don't trust me? Mr. Detective, you have a big body, but a small mind. What did you say, pal? Detective Gumshoe. Oh, sorry, sir. Come on, follow me. I'll show you what Uncle Ray has been talking about. Okay. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. 27. März, 11:06 Uhr, Prison Hallway. This place is a little different from your normal prison. There are more than just the prisoners and guards living here. Ernsthaft? hier Tiere? Was ist das hier? Friedhof der Kuscheltiere? Animals. Yep, animals. According to the guard. They introduced animal therapy here several years ago. Each prisoner is assigned one animal. In other words, they receive a pet partner. Die kriegen ernsthaft ein Haustier? Unter ihnen sogar einen Affen? Oder ein Pony? Oder ein Schweinchen? Hi Edgar! Oh, das Kätzchen ist aber auch süß und ein Albino-Häschen.
Huh? That seems kind of fun!
Plus, learning to take care of their pet is a great qualification to have.
Ah, so you mean that workroom?
Yep, that's where the prisoners practice taking care of their pets. So then, the thing you mentioned that could enter the crime scene is... Right, these animals. But that doesn't make any sense, pal! Why would an animal leave behind a rubber glove? Quite right. But the fact remains that they could have entered the crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please talk some sense into this man? Mr. Shields, are the animals allowed to go wherever they please? Most of the doors in this prison are fitted with sensors. The sensors not only sound an alarm in response to the prisoner's bracelets, they also respond to the animal's microchip and open the doors for them.
Microchip?
It's like a tiny machine embedded under the animal's skin. All it takes is a simple injection, and the microchip is inserted.
Wow! That sounds painful!
I've heard it's not that painful. But anyway, since the animals aren't criminals, they are allowed to move around freely. How ironic. The ones with the most freedom in this prison are the animals. Interessant. But still, they can't go out of the prison. The prison's entrance does not have a sensor. Oh! What's that? Is that a bell? What's that? Ist das nicht der Hund aus dem Intro? What's this? This dog. It has a bell in its collar. Was this the sound of we heard earlier? Hör auf, uns anzuknurren. Mama!
Mr. Edgeworth, why are you glaring at each other?
I mustn't lose. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not good with dogs, are you, sir? I'll tame that dog myself. Here, boy, here, boy. It completely ignored me, sir. Erinnert mich an einen gewissen Papagei. Compared to the other animals, there's something different about this one. I'm sensing a great hostility towards me only. Well, now that I've introduced you to the animals, what's next on the agenda? Of course, we question those related to the case, Belle. Yes, we should gather information about the state of things when the body was discovered. We'll start with... you in that cell! Tell us what you know! Ernsthaft? Jetzt werden erstmal Gefangene befragt. Okay, die haben auch so viel Ahnung, was passiert ist, wenn sie hier eingesperrt sind. Naja, okay, sie sind ja nicht die ganze Zeit hier eingesperrt. Ihr wisst ja, was ich meine! Der ist aber auch ein bisschen gruselig, muss ich sagen. Bitte hau mich nicht. Und auch nicht im nächsten Part. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil. Hau mich nicht.